stream is about to start. I hope you're ready. I'm going to be on whatever I have to be. I'll probably be on. I'm going to be on Facebook, not probably. Hey, what's going on, homies? This is KEVID19 Show, the KEVID19 Show, episode 3. Here we have a dude who, well, probably voted for Kanye. I don't know. I'm not sure why I said that, but you could guess. It's the glasses. Actually, the glasses were aviators, so probably voted for Biden. Who knows? It's hard to tell. Whoops. I am going to do something different this time, which was, I was going to go live actually. See what they'll let me get away with. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. It's after midnight. It's actually 12:42 a.m. What's going on? I know people, I'm tuning in on many channels now. I'm on 4 channels, so it's a little distracting. But if you want to chat, I'm on, it's going to be on Facebook. Everything else is kind of just on the fly. I'm here on Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you're watching this and I'm talking about the dude who looks like he voted for Kanye or whatever, well, if you can't see all the visuals, you're going to have to check that stuff out on Facebook, or you can go to YouTube. If you hate Facebook, you don't have Facebook. The Fly is dead. The Fly didn't even get to see the results, even though it had a massive impact during the vice presidential debate. It's a complicated, sad, scary night. People voted. They tried to make an impact. But what happened? Not what we expected. Yeah, that's that freaky sound. Oh my gosh. Here we go. That's it. That is it. Here we are, KEVID19. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Kevin Berrey. Actually, Kevin. And we're going to just walk through some of the basics. This is freaking election night. I mean, we did it. We made it through. Well, actually, we made it somewhere. There's some problems. Obviously, we don't have results. That's a problem. We don't have clear, the kind of results that you would want that would leave a crisp, clear image about what's been going down. You know, I've been looking at, there's a few things I want to touch on. And let's see here if I can find a good place to do it. I'm going to toss this in here. So, talk to me wherever you're at. Text me, shoot me a note, say hello if you're disappointed. I want to know who out there is not happy about the dubiousness. I see there's 27 people on, 2,700 people on Facebook. Oh, man. What's up, Cliff? Cliff Knight from the Joke Lab Incorporated is in the house. Good to see you. It's disappointing, you know, this inconclusive world that we've encountered. What I'm looking at here in my reactions is, number one, just this disparate set of responses we got. I'm a cord cutter. I don't know about you, Cliff. Where my cord cutters at? Because I'm not watching regular television. I don't have it. I don't do cable. I pay for internet. I think that's enough. I got a cell phone. I'm grateful that I have that going on. But it seems like for many of us, because there's so much doubt and there's so much scary, freaky potential of this to go pear-shaped, we don't really have a clear. There's no clear like place where we can get real-time information. I guess Twitter is one place. I was definitely there. I looked at the New York Times has. Yeah, they're sharing some stuff. The tension is high. I'm freaked out. I mean, I don't know about you, but what scares me is this. I go to, let's say, PBS. That should be a reliable source of news. Just off the bat, a lot of Senate races, I thought that they were going to shake out in a different way. I thought there was going to be a lot more blue juice coming through there. No. And this is, okay, so maybe this is helpful. But I'm now at ABC. Most of this is ads, which is, I understand that's how you got to pay. You got to make the programming work. It's ABC. I mean, it's television. Now here we have the talking heads. Let's take a look and see what these guys have to say.
The molding has been cast, and I think waiting and not waiting for the president to move was a smart move.
So the Senate is.
People some sense that there's going to take
it looks
a while,
froze. I mean, I don't know how that, if that's.
In communication with the campaign,
that's not a final note. Democrats have so far gained one vote in the House. That's not a shocker. I expected that to work out somewhat like that. I didn't think they were going to lose anything, but
that all of us may not know.
At about 10:30, it's a little less spin and a little more direction. At about midnight, it's a little more spin. I mean,
so the question is,
he is making sure that
is this real time?
His supporters, the legal teams, and
we're looking at nationwide. Joe Biden now has 50% of the votes. Donald Trump has 49%. Now, if you tuned in like an hour ago, it was flip-flopped, and Trump was, close to midnight, he was leading. So I get it that like the numbers change, but it's just, I'm going to say it's disconcerting how drastically things are just flipping depending on what channel you're looking at. Here I am on Fox. So I was jumping around on PBS. I was looking at so here we are on PBS. Biden has 223. Trump has 174. Now we jump to ABC. And where are we at? Biden has 205. Trump has 165. That's a pretty stark contrast. I mean, 223 to 205. I'm not that great at math, but we're talking 18 votes or something. It's a big contrast. Trump is like, I don't know, he's like 5 votes difference or so. But, for Biden to be, he's either, less than 50 votes away, or he's like 60 odd votes away. So, yeah. Very different. And then you jump on to Fox. Fox has actually been pretty, I mean, this is one of these map pages where they have no commentary. They just have a map going. They got Biden at 237, which is very high. I have a feeling that in this scenario, that Fox is actually, the Fox News, this might be the only one situation where they're more realistic in their news reporting. For whatever reason, maybe because they are doomsayers. I'm not sure what the real. I think they're trying to predict how it's going to shake out in the scariest way. And if things are locked up like this, there's like a 24 vote difference in the Electoral College here with Biden leading ahead. And now we're stuck on all these, they're all swing states. They're all up in the air. I mean, the way these things shake out, I didn't want to think that Florida was that much on the edge. Whatever. That's one thing. We thought the margin and the polling, just can't trust it. We thought it was leaning clearly enough to Biden. Same mistake. It's so weird that it's happened like this again. That, whoops. Okay, nope. All right, we'll just stick with this. It's just weird. It's weird to me. I don't want to do that. So let's take a peek here. And then Al Jazeera, that's my, this is the world that we live in. Al Jazeera is my bedrock. That's where I go for the most transparent news because, well, for one, they're not bombarding us with ads, which American business model, we got to survive, understandably. They got Biden at 223, Trump at 145. Now, this might be old. That's at 5:28 GMT, so that's probably... So let's just jump into where we're at now. Excuse me. Okay, so now it's updated. Trump went from 145 to 174 in the last half hour. I don't think anyone's going to get that much sleep. Hey, what's up, Bitul? You think you're going to sleep tonight? I mean... I can't fathom anything really happening. I mean, in terms of people having comfortable dreams tonight. And I'm somebody who knows. I know a lot about dreaming. I'm a narcoleptic. I can hit REM sleep mad quick, faster than a Mach 5 jet, and. Okay, so New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire is a lock, though, right? That's already been determined. What we're talking about here is it's places like Pennsylvania. It's places like North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin. I'm going to call it the brass knuckles because that's what it looks like. These 5 states... These brass knuckles of the American electorate, whoever gets those gets to just bam, bam, punch out the opponent and take the cake or the crown or whatever. I mean, it's not supposed to be a monarchy, but yeah, the election. So we've seen that there's quite a divergence between the different platforms, right? This guy, Chris Christie, there's quite a divergence between his moral principles and probably the quantity of donuts he eats. And one of those is going up and one of them is going down. Let's see what he has to
jazzed up even more.
Heidi Heidkamp?
He said something's going to get jazzed up.
Well,
so
I think, Biden may be out there rallying the troops.
Okay,
but
Heidi.
I remember a couple years ago, in fact, 4 years ago, when Ed Rendell came out and really signaled this is not good. Ed Rendell appreciates his reputation as being a straight shooter. When he comes out and says we're going to win Pennsylvania, I think that means more than the vice president coming out and rallying the troops. And so this is going to take a long time. And, take a look at what's happening in Minnesota. How much of that
did
will
Ohio
affect what's
shake out?
In,
Is that really, did I miss that? We lost Ohio to the Red Dead Redemption. Oh, brother. I mean, that's what we're getting from. So what I'm curious about, like, someone talk to me. Did Ohio? Is Ohio? What's up, NPC sauce? Good to see you on the gram, on the gram and lamb. Yo, talk to me. Like, what's the story about Ohio? Because I came of age in that state, and I don't really have any pull in terms of the voting there. I know my bros, whatever, they hold down as much as they can, but what are you gonna do? You know, I don't like I have an inkling of a feeling that a woman that my mom dated after she divorced my dad probably voted for Trump. And I'm saying that based on the mullet that she had in the 90s. But it's a tough one. I'm just looking out for people to lash out at, and nothing against her. Whatever, I got some things against her, but that's fine. That's not with anybody else. What do you guys think? Who are you blaming for this? I think this brass knuckle, it really would have been great if it was a brass knuckle that has 6 fingers that was up in the air. But instead we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits, and you don't even want to punch someone with your thumb. So one of those is probably going to be out of the running, like Wisconsin or Georgia pretty soon. Does anybody know what the story is there? Because I know that Pennsylvania's there is a stretch for counting. I thought pretty clearly that Ohio had a number of votes to count, like any mail-in ballot. Ohio accepts mail-in ballots from today all the way up into November 10th. So there's a possibility, if there was a clog in the postal service, right? If there was some kind of oh no. If there was a, I don't want to do this. If there was, how do we get on this? Here we go. We're back. I'm going to see if I can go back to normal. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not good. Homies, I wish I had something. I'm going to scary mode here because I don't feel like, I think things have gotten dark. Like, I thought Ohio was pretty much going to be one of the toss-ups, and it's looking like it's not, according to Fox. They're very good at predicting doom. When I go back to see, like, I'm not seeing anything from PBS, ABC, not really conclusive. Al Jazeera, like I said, my bedrock. Anyone else watching Al Jazeera? Like, hey, gratefully, we have something. Oh, and now this is here, the tweets. I did not see this from Trump. He said, we're up big, but they're trying to steal the election. We will never let them do it. Votes cannot be cast after the polls are closed. Okay, well, I don't know if this guy fully understands how elections work, but votes can be counted after the polls are closed. And in fact, in many places, that's exactly how they do it. Al Jazeera, I think, is probably being a little bit more realistic here and how they're letting things shake out. And I got to say that I think everybody who is afraid that it's the reality that Donald Trump is going to persist in the White House, just like the pandemic has all year, I think it's time to double down and just accept life with him for another 4 years, because even if he loses in some sort of last-minute turnaround, it's going to be a white-knuckle ride probably to the end of the week is what it looks like to me. I know people are going to want to have conclusive takes. They're going to want to say, all right, this is what happened. Here's a winner. Here's a loser. We know this is what we usually do, so we're going to go till 2 a.m. or maybe we're going to stretch it out until tomorrow. Usually we don't go a full day, a full 24 hours or what have you. But at least we don't go with the projections. But I think today is really the right day, and this is the right year to say, fuck projections. We don't want to rely on them. We know that many states counted these early ballots and these mail-in ballots in record time. but other states are not as prepared as say Florida was. And if there's any opportunity to contest this stuff, if there's any opening, it's only right to fight it tooth and nail. That's my. Yeah, I say take it to the complete end of the line. And it looks like we're probably going to ride on these numbers for now, because I know some of these places. I know Pennsylvania has they've got a stretch to go. Georgia not looking good for Biden. That is not looking good. The whole thing is not looking good for Joe Biden right now, even though he's on top. It just looks like some of these ones that are up in the air. But the reason that they're up in the air is there could be massive amounts of votes of mail-in ballots that just haven't been gotten around to. So I think we have to.
In the morning,
let's just take a peek at this.
I believe it's almost.
Being, our first and foremost partner to work with on a number of issues, from foreign policy to climate.
All right, I do not need to see Donald Trump drinking water next to Steve Mnuchin in Biarritz, France. I'm going to look at these pundits here at ABC. Let's see what they have to say.
We have not seen anything new. We still have about a 200,000. Reminder, President Trump won Arizona by 100,000 votes. We're going to keep a close eye on Maricopa County. The problem is it's been around 75, 78%. 10-point difference there between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Joe Biden overperforming in that county. I'm looking at Pinal County because this is where Donald Trump overperformed 4 years ago, and tonight he's not doing as well. He's down 3 points in that county. And of course, Tucson, Arizona, Pima County, 62% for Joe Biden, overperforming there. That's all great news for him. Mark Kelly is from Tucson. He's running for Senate right now. The astronaut against Martha McSally. That's all good news. And there's been a lot of talk about the reverse coattails. Could that Senate race have helped Joe Biden?
Okay, let's talk to Whit Johnson in Arizona right now. Whit, what are they telling you there about when this remaining 20?
See, here's the weirdness. According to Fox News, which usually I don't think of as a reliable source necessarily, Kansas Senate race is called Marshall B. Bollier. Okay. I don't know what the expectation was there, but they're very excited about that. Carney beats Murray. That's great in Delaware. I'm confident that is it really neck and neck? Balance of power in the Senate is very close. They just need Democrats need 4 more. That could be a massive tipping point. I mean, if you remember the last 4 years of Obama's presidency, you'll know that not having the Senate on your side is a huge check on your presidential power, because they have to sign off on all these bills, and they are warming their asses sitting on potential COVID relief, right? They have been all year. They've been screwing us in a way that is really repugnant. So I don't know how that's going to shake out. I'm very curious. Republicans ain't going to control the House. Democrats are they're 4 away. They've won. They've gotten 1 seat in the Senate. Tom Cotton, that was to be expected. What's this? Louisiana. I did not know what we were looking at there, but it didn't look like too close of a race. Democracy 2020. I don't know. Is it democracy? What are we looking at here? Because it looks to me like we're looking at the vestiges of something other. It's a particular American kind of twisted democracy where the Electoral College is still so heavily in play. It doesn't represent the actual quantity of people in general. Now we do have, I guess, some more parity in terms of the total, national vote or whatever, the majority. But this map is not telling us what that is. It is putting Biden up quite a bit, but not, 24 electoral votes. I mean, it's a math problem now. Like we can shake it out. We can look at what it, you know, what does Biden need to win? Like let's take a peek. Of course, it's not all, or more importantly, electoral votes. What electoral votes does each state have? That's really what it boils down to. Now, for me, and I want to get this this Fox background away from my head. And we're looking at Texas. Yeah, it's not looking delightful there. 81% reporting. I don't know. I'm seeing 38 votes there. Turns it around for Trump. And it's dispiriting. It could be dispiriting. It is dispiriting that the whole thing wasn't concluded earlier. Like, it seemed like people maybe wised up to the fact of how poorly the COVID pandemic was handled. But maybe not. It's quite possible that folks didn't. They accept what we got and they're okay with it, and they're okay with the price that it involves. The hundreds of thousands of people dead, the shutting down of the economy, and so forth. So let's take a peek here at what we got going on. Yeah, Florida was a big chunk. I mean, that was, hey, what's up, Marco? Good to see you, brother. I don't know. I don't know what's, I honestly, it's a dark time. It's a freaky time. And it's not clear, you know, looking at what, let's see what do we have left? All right, I lost my my backdrop. What do you think, Marco? Man, what? How do you think this is going to shake out? To me, it looks like Donald Trump is on a path to win. Sadly, but it also feels like that's a good psych out. You know, it's a good kind of setup for then saying, actually, we have a ton more votes to make sure we've actually counted. There are places like in Ohio where absentee ballots are still accepted if they come in late, up to November 10th, I'd say, I'm told. So if ballots, that's if they start flowing in. I know Ohio is already counted. I've seen it marked as a Republican or whatever, as a Trump win. But it's not necessarily so if a bunch more ballots come in. And anywhere else where there's potentially more ballots to be counted, especially the mail-in, the absentee, the ones that are where they don't start counting until after the votes have been fully cast. So, where, I don't know. Where are you at, Marco? You're in New York, right? I'm going to take a peek at, let's see. Oh, people, it's a tough one. It's a sad one and a rough one. To be forced to just sleep on this. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. It's been too long. Too long. I think a lot is up in the air. It seems like we're hanging by a string right now. And I don't want to, like, I don't like to just accept this and like accept even just what I've seen. I don't want to trust it. I don't want to be in denial. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to see, it's good to see you though. Like I miss doing live comedy. I don't miss the feeling of dread that comes with an election that is this contentious and frankly depressing. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Not the direction I want to see things go. Let's see if how do you think it's going to shake out? Have you heard anything that I haven't heard? I mean, it looks like there's definitely going to be a court battle, which I hate. I hate court. I've been to small claims court once, and it sucked. Even winning in court sucks. I mean, I guess it's definitely better than losing, but my experience with the courts is that winning is lame. Yeah, it does suck that stand-up comedy is under attack right now. We're just swept into the fear of obviously spreading an airborne virus because, you know, make people laugh too hard. I get it, but it heartens me to see people doing comedy outside. I'm in talks with some folks about possibly doing something. I've avoided it. I've had to recharge my batteries and just deal with reality. But I would like to do something uptown. So, you know, we'll see. Maybe we can bring something back. If I can find the right location, right setup. All right, I'm going to look at what we got going on. Yeah, Fox's YouTube. Man, live election results. Okay,
Hi,
no,
I'm
no,
Dr.
I didn't
Amy
want to see.
Killen.
Oh, no, I didn't want to see that. Okay, let's just flip this around. Here's the guy that voted for Kanye. Look, man, what do you think? When do you think stand-up is coming back? Trying to find my. Oh, here we go. Because I know for damn sure I'm ready. I'm ready to get back to doing it. I just don't. I don't know. It's a tough night to marshal your energy. I'm going to take a peek at. You can't even see this, but I have. I'm here on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know either, man. It's completely up in the air. There are definitely people doing. Have you? Do you know anyone who's been to an outdoor show? Because there's definitely people doing outdoor shows. So this is where things left off on Fox with Biden at 237, Trump at 213. You know, Al Jazeera's got Biden at 223, Trump at 174. That's, well, in some ways that's more hopeful. And I kind of see Al Jazeera as being, you know what's weird to me? I don't know if you've, Pablo, I don't know if you've been watching. For anyone else, we got 70,000 people on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have been watching or how you're tracking this stuff. I've had to follow Al Jazeera to find news that is up to date. Everything else is on running ads, and it's like, oh, wait a second, this is an hour old or something. Also, the stats seem to be more effective. Okay, so now it's looking more like what I'm seeing is Trump at 212, Biden at 223. That is, it's not a pretty place. It looks like Minnesota. Did Minnesota go to Biden? Yeah. Okay, it's Michigan. Damn. Yeah, Minnesota went clearly. Michigan, Wisconsin. Have you ever been there, Pablo? Have you ever been to Michigan or Wisconsin? Does anyone know what that's like? To be, because I have. My family went to Michigan in the summertime. When I was a little tyke, just a tiny little pipsqueak, we went to this place called Beaver Island, which sounds like it'd be a great adult location for a little time off. Thing is, I don't know. Doesn't give me any read on what real Michigan's like. I did go to a marriage. I did go to a friend's wedding in Michigan, and some locals, I guess I would call them rednecks. That's one of the weird things about the Midwest is like you got rednecks that go all the way up to Canada and then bleed into Canada. And they are, some of them are straight up just racist. I mean, not all rednecks are racist. There's some very liberal rednecks. But some of them are. And I remember they one of the dudes, one of my friends who was at the wedding party, they came up to him to like, get this N-word out of here. You know, you shouldn't be at this wedding. It's like, we're in the middle of a field next to a lake in Michigan. Like, there's nothing here that's forbidding but you. And I hate to think the country is now beholden to that group. It would be a very dark result. Now, I am disappointed that it feels like I'm getting more facts from Al Jazeera than even Fox News and ABC. I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess we're on the edge of reality. Where do you get your news from, Pablo? I mean, do you even get news? I'm very curious. So yeah, now it's starting. The stark reality is starting to shake out again, which is that it looks like Biden is winning the popular vote, but may not get the remainder of the Electoral College, depending on how this stuff shakes out. Ooh, buddy. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to sleep on this. I'm looking at. You watched New York 1, okay? Yeah. So now I think this is what I'm gonna go to bed on. It's 1:18. They got Biden at 223, Trump at 212. So there's really nothing to write home about that. Michigan looks repugnant, really, but we don't know. I don't know. I haven't been listening to the talking heads lately. I don't know what they have to say about Detroit, about some of these big metro areas. Texas. It's a shame. It's a shame they called Texas already. I wonder how solid all of these calls are. I guess Nebraska is purple now. What does that mean exactly? You know? Does that mean Nebraska is back up in the air? Like, how many of these? Here's the thing, Pablo. This is what I'm wondering. Like, we're all going to go to bed, and I think that several of these states, we could wake up and they have purpled overnight. I'm not trying to be. I mean, I could be 100% wrong. I don't want to be in denial about the swath of red down the middle of this country, the underbelly of America, so to speak. But I think it's bruised and purple in a lot of places, more so than is being let on. And maybe Nebraska is one sign of that. But I truly hope that there's a battle for every potential edge, anything that's just teetering. Because if there's not, this, I don't know. We're not doing it right. It's a utter abject failure of leadership. You've got to fight tooth and nail this time. So I don't know. Thank you for tuning in, man. I think I'm gonna turn loose and break out of here. I've hit a bit of a wall. I don't know how much harder and farther I can take this. I am excited that Nebraska is purple. That's a good sign. Usually purple is a color of royalty and of pain. Straightforward facts. I don't know, man. Facts are squiggly. You know that, man.
Why does the United States use the Electoral College to pick the president? The founding
Oh,
fathers
gosh,
were
stop.
split.
No,
Should
no.
Congress choose the president?
Oh man, Electoral College is a mess. It was for slave owners. Oh, buddy. Well, it's looking like it's going to be neck and neck. I mean, it is neck and neck, and it shouldn't be. Good night, my buddy. Thanks for tuning in. It was great to see your Instagram avatar and to touch base a little bit, man. Hopefully we'll be back doing the show sooner rather than later, and I'll certainly be talking about it here as soon as if I have anything going on. Maybe I'm going to do an Inwood show outdoors before it gets totally freezing. All right, buddy. Good night. Thank you for tuning in. And to the rest of you, wow. I don't know what to say. This has been one of the
same and any other
Okay. It's been one of the more frightening episodes of KEVID19. We certainly will, my brother. We will see each other again. I can guarantee it. Well, I don't want to go overkill, but yes, it will happen. I'm gonna take a peek here. Now, don't want to hear that. Just want to see what I had lined up for this show. Is there anything that I betrayed you on? Nevada is a gamble. Where are we at in Nevada? Oh, okay. Oregon Senate race, that's good to see. Louisiana, that's to be expected. All right. Well, there was a Senate gain in Arizona. That's pretty hot. That's great. Mississippi, I'm not expecting to see anything turn around there. It's too bad about Texas. But I want to make sure that everything has been actually locked in. Like, so what's going to happen in Nevada, or Nevada, as they say? That's one of the big questions. How is that going to shake out? We don't know. No one knows exactly. I think, I don't know. I know that there was a fight there. They knew that there was going to be an issue. There was a lot of resistance about the whole mail-in voting situation there. So, remains to be seen. I'm going to take a peek at, let's see, look at these electoral college votes again. Oh, brother. So what we have left before I turn in here is, let's see. Weird. This is a horrible site that I found because it doesn't actually show all of the states. Like if I look for electoral college votes by state and you don't show me every state, you're garbage. Encyclopedia Britannica. Just gonna say that. Let's look at World Atlas. Oh, hopefully I didn't just give myself COVID. Alright, semi-helpful, but Nevada's got 4? Are you kidding me? Or 6? What are we talking about here? This is not helpful. Can't read it. Six. That doesn't get it done. Wisconsin's got 10. God, man. What if it's 269 to 269? We could end that way. That's gonna be a nightmare. What are we looking at in Georgia? $16. All right. I mean, so technically, according to this map, Biden needs. What are we talking about? 33 votes. So you piece together 16 and 10. You got 26. You need whatever that is, 7 more votes. And that could be, let's see what North Carolina's looking like. I mean, North Carolina could tip it. Okay. I'm back here. We barely have edged on to new territory. This screen is frozen, so I don't even know where we're at exactly now. Indiana. Okay. In the beginning, they were giving us, okay, so they see 81% in. Apparently Nebraska is still purple, which is exciting. It's one of the few things that gives me hope as I dream of dreaming and drifting off into a soporific night of comfort and an escape. Hopefully we're going to get through this in the best of ways. Thought starters. I don't know what this says. But maybe that's the point. All right, homies. I'm going into full glitch mode because I really don't know how else to break out of here. I just can't believe Ohio went red. I mean, I can't believe it. I grew up there. I know it well. So a combination of, say, Pennsylvania and North Carolina would clinch it. That would do it to it. If you leave with anything, maybe fantasize about that for Biden. If you want Trump to win, I mean, Yeah, he's got to put a lot. He's got to put a lot of pieces together as well. He's got to take most of those. He's got to stack up. What are we talking about here? A good 67 votes. So Biden snatches his hometown of Pennsylvania. Homelander. Not a good dude. AKA the Donald Trump superhero. Except, yeah, more empathetic. Let's see where Michigan is at. How much are they wielding? 16. That's a hefty chunk as well. I mean, if you put Michigan or if you put Michigan or North Carolina together with Pennsylvania, you're good. Or if you put Michigan, Pennsylvania, Nevada, I don't know. It seems like Pennsylvania doesn't go to Biden, like it's going to be a toughie. I guess the hope lies here in Nebraska. I'm not saying the hope lies in Nebraska because we're talking about 5 electoral votes, but the fact that it's purple is an odd sign of fear for anyone who's Republican, and also a strange twist of fate for anyone who's a Democrat who's going to bed now. Is like, well, if Nebraska turned purple, because they did. This is an earlier picture. And it was a clear red there. And then Nebraska went purple. So if you're not looking at an electoral map, I mean, if you're just hearing this, like, you know that it could go that way for other states. Maybe. I don't know. My decision desk is over now. This has been episode 3 of KEVID19 Show. I really didn't feel like I got to lay out the best content for you tonight. Nevada's always been a gamble. I mean, we'll see how that shakes out. It would have been really helpful to have knockout polls. So a knockout blow, actually. That would have been ideal. And yet, here we are. We don't have that. It's going to be a fight to the death. It's going to be as I think most of us knew that this was going to end up in the Thunderdome of American politics. And such is life. I guess I'm grateful that you guys stuck around, and I see there's about 14,000 people on Facebook right now, which is, our numbers are down, but there's still 76,000 people on Instagram Live, which is great to see, and another 400,000 on YouTube, which is kind of insane considering how many, I have 136 subscribers. So thank you guys. I mean, I can't, hit the subscribe button, actually, if you're watching this. If you're still watching this, and then hit yourself in the face and go to bed. It's time to relax and sleep on this. If you're watching this in the future and Donald Trump has won, I'm sorry. I hope you're not an immigrant. I hope you don't know anybody who might be susceptible to COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2. I don't know. I hope that, and if you're not any of those things, but you're still just proud and happy that Trump won, I hope you're not a dick about it and rubbing it in people's faces, because there's going to definitely be a lot of despairing, rage-prone people. And if Joe Biden has won in the future, and you're watching this video, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know why you're watching this. We've got other battles to fight. But thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I must say that it feels like we have succumbed to either another error in polling, like the polling has a larger margin of error than we originally thought, or, and I'm not accusing anybody of this, but maybe some people who are voting for Donald Trump, maybe they made a blood pact or an agreement to just say, I will not tell any pollster the truth. I'm going to tell them I'm voting for Biden or I'm undecided. And yet I know, and who knows, maybe they made some kind of omerta or omerta or whatever, some kind of, the mafia, the pact where you say, I'm not going to tell anyone that this happened. I know I'm now like a member of the death squad or whatever. But if you're doing that, if you're intentionally lying to telephone polls and exit polls, that sucks. You have examples to look up to be lying to the news and to Americans, but I don't know. If your child did that to you or to anyone, if your parent did that to you or anyone, just lied to you about, parents sure they can lie about Santa Claus, but like about real stuff. That would suck in my world. Anyway, it's just an uncle's perspective. I had a good time. It's been a crumb time. It's been a crummy Robert Crumb nightmare comic book time. But I hope to wake up to see the country bruised, and by that I mean purple. A lot more purple states maybe that have converted, or vicious fights, debates about votes that have not been counted yet, and people jumping the gun. Maybe this whole Fox News map is inaccurate. Take one last peek at Al Jazeera, see where they're at. And they got Biden at 224, Trump at 212. Not very comforting, to be honest.
Contentious tweet.
And I think it's going to be a fight from here on out. So steel your nerves. Don't start the Civil War before it's time. I don't think no one really wants a second one. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to fight. I got mics. That's all I got. Peace.